afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperialdane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on La Glaze. Indeed, Glaze. We haven't seen that one in a bit here. Featuring in the south, we got Imperialdane himself fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. And the 2nd Panzer Division striking north versus KoreanKimchislap, fighting here for America, freedom, and the 8th Infantry Division holding the line as the Crouch attack. Doctor, we're looking at encirclement, mobile defense, and elite troops versus armor, airborne, and heavy cavalry. There, bulletins for infantry, Stooks, machine guns, specifically stormtroopers, versus, well, infantry and bazooka ones, specifically one for penetration. We got Dot Rifle there for KoreanKimchislap, Grenadiers, MD42 there for Imperialdane, aka me. Moving up westwards here, rapidly towards the fuel point, with Grenadiers following up. KoreanKimchislap spreading out their bit, laying down some early tank traps here for cover. Around the point here. Rapidly towards the centre. We've got more rifling around there for KoreanKimchislap. Grenadiers moving up here. Going for the point here. Also screening in case he tries to push in aggressively there, though. Very few players tend to do that. But it has happened. In this case, though, it does what the next best thing is, which is basically go for this house. In which case, he does frustrate sort of my early movement to secure this area against pushes towards there. I wasn't expecting him to actually rush in that rapidly. And there we go, my gun is forced to fall back, and poor Fritz there ends up dead face down in the snow. Scheiße, not Fritz. Yeah, someone's going to have to tell his mother, it's not me. Anyways, MD42 there, we got Armor Company early, chosen for KoreanKimchislap, a surprise move. Most players tend to only go for it simply for the M10s, and boldly to show KoreanKimchislap is actually going it for the Assault Engineers. Fun fact, American Assault Engineers were actually sort of a specific sort of independent battalion that be attached wherever needed. A little fun fact there. There you go, 4 men there, equipped with the grease gun there, which was an attempt to make a cheaper Thompson submachine gun. After several attempts were made to just make it cheaper to make, they just went straight for the grease gun in a sense, which sort of follows a bit more of an MP40 design, a lot easier to produce, also a lot lighter, which also gave some advantage over the Thompson, which was also pretty damn heavy. Meanwhile, though, here, of course, rather than trying to push in here, which would slow down tempo, momentum, and allowed to sort of pin me down with the rifle. And again, rifle are pretty good at sort of keeping Germans occupied if they're within a house. I said, try to play around here, swing up north through here with the Pioneers, MD42s and Grenadiers. They'll do so in a manner that still allows me to protect me in case he tries to push in there. Assault his spot, of course, that tells me right away he's gone for armor, because while there are doctrines that also have assault engineers, none of them just allow you to call in assault engineers right away. There you go, Grenadiers pushing in, assault engineers push back. So in this case, what my initial plan would be is actually sort of try and perhaps swing up through here and go for these points, which is actually something I like to do on La Glaze. I mean, most people, if you sort of start from the south, tend not to be very good about defending these areas. They can actually give some good swing momentum versus a play here. Of course, at the same time, I'm still worried about here, trying to push down here, so I'll have an MD42 sort of left around here in case he tries to push my car point, which would then negate any move here. Samex being laid down. We got a mortar out here to support KoreanKimchislap and the 8th Infantry Division there with their assault engineers. Come on, Earl, get moving. And be sure to grab that flamethrower. God damn it, Earl, I said flamethrower. How can you miss that? That's a tube of mayonnaise. Assault engineers moving up there with a flamethrower. Earl finally got his hands on the right thing. Rapid sending back there, mortar firing down. Grenadiers, Pioneers pushing forward. In this case, going to try and rush towards the mortar here. MD42, they're covering up the advance alongside the Grenadiers. Flamethrower, assault is moving up the flamethrowers. And right here, the assault machine gun banks actually cover right there. I wasn't quite aware of that. I mean, I played on a Glaze some, but it pops up so rarely, though. I tend to forget a bit about that. And usually don't get to this point here, but in this case, there you go. My Grenadiers were pinned down there at a spot where I usually not figured they'd be pinned down. And that's the also have to treat with the Pioneers, otherwise I could have pushed for the mortar there, pushing it back, but still, I was able to do a bit of damage there. The Grenadiers moving down, we got rifles sitting about here as well. MD42 moving up, other MD42 sort of slightly shifting positions, can still cover here, but also cover this area, thusly allowing the MD42 to cover this field of fire much better. In this case, sitting up here, Grenadiers rushing for the house, MD42 sitting up, we got an ambulance over there for KoreanKimchislap. Troops there being suppressed, more rifle and rhyming there for freedom. Back here, takeoff has been done, but my Pioneers were occupied. So, of course, realised that as I go for the mortars, I actually have some field presence, or something to, pressure the Americans with, plus maybe deal with this mortar a bit. Are they MD4 moving up to cover the first ones? Realised, I have the flank unguarded there, and there we go. In this case, just in the nick of time though, so that could have caused a few problem there. Rather than pushed back there by the MD-42. Canadians falling back due to the mortar and the rifleman. And there you go, mortar firing down here.
Fresh mortar crew has arrived.
And there we go, we got a Gnadenwerfer out here for the Germans. The mortar, of course, is quite handy for the Germans, quite potent, and of course quite useful. I would almost say vital to the German war effort. There's certainly been many times where we've got to get a mortar where then sort of really wish, damn, would have been nice if I had a mortar here, in particular to just lay down smoke screens from time to time. Assault is moving up here, MD-42 covering the retreat of the mortar. Of course, they've got the other one coming here. There's actually a slight gap here we could have crept through, but, well, that's actually covered by this one as well. But right here, there's another gap. Mortar thing up there. Grenadiers moving in with G43s have gone for elite troops. Elite troops, I personally prefer versus Americans due to partly the concussive grenade, since it does tend to allow you to slightly negate the otherwise advantage of the rifleman just running straight up to you. And the thing is, riflemen up close have pretty much twice the DPS of a Grenadier squad. So in that regard, having concussive grenades to slightly remind them that getting too close is a bad idea. It tends to be, a bit more sort of thing to relieve pressure with. MD-42 that go up here with the American mortar. Grenadiers moving ahead here trying to catch it. And at the same time, though, a single Pioneer squad has been dispatched here to harass us, so, try and, draw away forces here from the west, allowing me to perhaps make more pressure in case, he has to, say, send in a full rifle squad to deal with my Pioneers. Then if not, well, that means I get a lot of territory here and deny him a bit of resources and victory points. Concussive grenade off there. Grenadiers going for the other MD-42. And we got the troops on the way here just to help deal with him a bit, give me some more mobile elements I can rush back and forth here. Push his troops about with a bit as well. It's almost getting up here with the Grenadiers with the G43s, but not quite. MD-42 coming up here, getting a bit too forward here, and there go other MD-42 supporting. A lot of Grenadiers retreating, 2-2 almost done. Of course, they've got the mortar here, they've got Gnadenwerfer. Rather than there being suppressed, taking some losses there as Joe stumbles over dead. And we got Captain with Major, or Assault Unit. Major? What the hell am I talking about? Captain. Yes. Captain Goodman. Of Wisconsin. Mayonnaise salesman. Before you end up joining the army. Rather than 5 from the mortar, 2-2 blasting away. Troops here back reinforcing. In these points being grabbed. Rifle moving up with support from the mortar and the echelons. And in this case, obviously, Wise decided to stay clear of the rifleman there, using MD-42 for support as well. There we go, suppressing the ones with the anti-tank riflemen. Rather than their push back. Grenadiers reinforcing way to push forwards with their shiny new G43s. The upgrades they're sneaking about, pushing 14 puck towards to push back the mortar. Also noting my mortar's moved up a bit closer to support, but also trying to keep it closer to the enemy building, in which case, as you might notice, some of his mortar rounds hit the structure instead, and also, even if they hit close, they will actually soak up damage for my mortar crew. So that's a little trick there for you. Try to use the terrain to maybe, soak up some artillery fire from mortars and the likes there for your own mortars. Yes, we've seen a bit of trouble. They're being cut off from the retreat path. Got Grenadiers plus, of course, the 2-2 here. Not a fire being done there. Captain holding up in case we try to push for the centre with, say, a scout car or anything else. Pack 40 on the way since at this point I have seen the captain, which means I'm pretty much expecting a steward. I mean, up would be in anyways because, like 9 out of 10 American players roughly will go for the captain and the steward. And there we go. He's got the steward on the way, though. It has been delayed here a bit, partly due to my harassment here, I imagine. Oh, wait, mate. Mortar, rifle moving up here again. Finally, have sort of stabilised the area here, cleared out the Americans from the western suburbs here. Captain is sneaking up from behind, 2-2 pulling back again, MD-40 up here in the small crater. Grenadiers falling back, mortar fire raining down. And my mortar is a bit close up here, though again I want it up near some housing if possible, against some terrain there that can take up fire. In this case, I have not done so. MD-40 the firing range, mortar fire there on the house. Dude's almost done there for KoreanKimchislap. Pioneer standing about there, could consider taking up. Or going for some Panzer Grenadiers, rather than getting suppressed by the MD-42. And there you go, quick rifling over there from the rifleman, or Grenadiers on the rifleman. Captain here firing on, we got Grenadiers trying to deal with that, but they're already taking heavy damage there. Concussive grenade off, slows down the captain's advance a bit, forces him to pull back for a bit, but overall, the Grenadiers will not be in a condition to stop the captain for much longer. But at least the Pack 40 is out there, the M5 steward is out here, and we actually got something going down here. It's a mine here at the entrance to the, well, graveyard. Nice work there by KoreanKimchislap, actually making use of the assault units for mines. Again, a lot of American players tend to neglect mines, I find, which, does give their German opponents a much better chance of actually getting back into the game later on. MG42 falling back there. I'm not quite fully retreating, partly because that exposed to the steward, but also because I still think he can slightly use to slow down some assaults here and there. I'm still worried about a big push through here, but it seems like I've sort of managed to divert his attention towards here, which does actually, in a sense, secure my entire flank here, because otherwise there's a lot of paths that he could take to attack me. There's in theory also this path, but for most players, this path might as well go to Narnia. They just don't use it, doesn't exist. So again, it might as well just say Narnia there. I mean, they're just about to enter the closet and pop out it, just as likely. More riflemen on the way for KoreanKimchislap. Weapon racks, more riflemen on the way there for KoreanKimchislap. He's, I think, suffered some losses there actually already. Might have been part there to the mortar and other bits there. So that certainly helps me out. I mean, the more wipes you get as the vehement against your opponent generally tends to be the better. Just moving ahead here again, trying to push against the mortar once more. Pioneers are closing up, need to retreat those. And we got Panzergrenadier out here, some hardened veterans of the 2nd Panzer Division. Fun fact, it was known as the Vienna Division because it was primarily drawn from, well, Vienna. No fun fact there. Stuart then engaging the 222, not looking good, needs to set up the pack 40 for that. Got assault is moving up here. Looks like I'm going to lose the 222 here. Stuart going to close off the retreat pop there. Good hits from the pack on the Stuart. 222 gets off some hit as well there. Almost lost it. Pack 40 shoots and hits the ground in front of it. Good shot there. Rainer. And almost got the assault units as well. And wiped. Modified there on the rifle. Almost wiping out those bastards. Going to be advancing there. Veterans want back here. Reinforcement and tech up there for the 2nd Panzer Division. We got BRs out there for KoreanKimchislap's hardened men. And didn't quite get the rifle in there. Have to fall back here right from side that cafe there with BRs is definitely a bad situation there. Panzergrenadier moving forward. Quick concussive grenade there from the satchel. Trying to stun them up. And there we go. And in this case, they pop up one door and get wiped by the mortar. In this case, poor choice. Rule of thumb, you always try to choose the door that is farthest away from the enemy. You can actually do that when you sort of click. I mean, depending on where you click, they'll choose the door closest to where sort of tell them to exit. Quick grenade here, trying to catch them up here. Almost wipes another squad. Stuart rolling ahead here for America and freedom. Panzergrenadier inside the cafe now. Going to try and get the Pack 40 up. They accept it's been wiped, so that leaves them a bit of a problem there. Stuart Panzerfausted back here. Tech up done. Panzergrenadier here. Reasonably safe from the church. They're Stuart falling back. More grenadiers advancing. Going to use them to recruit the Panzerabwehrkanone 40. Veterans 1 in the American mortar. As for the German one, also veteran 1, roughly the same amount of kills. And here we see actually KoreanKimchislap is going for a 2nd mortar now, sort of deciding he wants more artillery against me, sort of trying to dig me out that way and provide more support for his own men. And here we see a preemptive grenade there. But in this case, too, he's much faster, quickly gets out before it goes off. In this case, I just decided to fight out closer with the Panzergrenadiers, thinking at least there's some damage there. It's a bit risky, but in this case, it sort of works out. Back at base of Pommercore going up there. As for KoreanKimchislap, we got nothing further up. No tech, no lieutenant or major. Still going on hunt there for the Grenadiers in the west here. We got captain flanking in. And overall, this is a pretty bad situation there. Empty flanking exposed, except for the other MD42 with the Pack 40s also as well. Stuart, by the way, taking a nice swing behind here, looking to cut off retreat paths as well. Very nicely done there by KoreanKimchislap. Wipes the Pack 40 and is close again here, the MD42. Gains veterans 1 in the process. MD42 remaining, but that probably wants to get out of there pretty soon. Troops are reinforcing.
Our HQ is under attack.
Captain Rifle heading westwards. He's looking to probably cut off a lot of my resources. And I can actually go for a Panzer IV here, or the Ostwind and the Stug. Got the resources for all, but in this case I go for the Ostwind, partly because I'm more worried about the infantry. Plus the Ostwind can still work sort of versus the Stuart. Of course, look here now, he does have few infantry squads, so I was actually imagining him to have. But I suppose we're going to get chalked up some good hits in there again. In this case, just rushing enough for the mortars and the rifle in this case. Force can track with the Stuart, risking losing the Grenadier squad, but in theory it still puts also pressure there from the centre last bit to push back versus his troops here. But having to wear up the Stuarts, it's a bit of a risk I'm willing to take there. I'm willing to, you know, risk the Grenadiers almost done, which is also partly why I'm willing to risk it. Captain here being gunned down, mortared down, about to lose the Grenadiers here, and oh, close. Osman arrives though. There we go, right before he gets into safety, the Osman arrives, he gets wiped here with the Stuarts, 37mm gun. Poor Otto. Still been some heavy losses here on both sides, the Osman rolling forwards for Germany. A flak panzer here for the 2nd Panzer Division. MT-42 Panzer Grenadier mortar and a bunch of other equipment there moving forwards. Ostwind heading ahead as well there. But it's 37mm flak. Or the flak 41, I believe, is known as. Actually, it might have been flak 37. What's there being grabbed? Not the most produced anti-aircraft tank. Generally, the anti-aircraft tanks were never produced in huge numbers of any side. But for the Germans, it was probably the flak Panzer Gepard, which saw over 100 built, which is basically a lot when it comes to anti-aircraft tanks. There you go, right inside the house. Ostwind up there, crashing for the wall, going to blast them out there. Panzer coming up the flank here. Moving up the Ostwind here. Bit of a bad call by me. I'm sort of trying to get the Ostwind. Of course, it should be, of course, stun. And of course, the Stuart easily penetrates the Ostwind's armor as well, which doesn't really help out either. Rafn almost wiped here. MD4 moving up there. In this case, I hadn't noticed they were on such a poor condition. I was too occupied with shooting other bits, so I ended up losing the MD42 pretty rapidly. In this case, though, Pack 40 there. Gets the Stuart. Also got another rifle squad the way. So while I lose the MD42 and the Ostwind, I do get some wipes in return there. But still, poor call in the Ostwind by me. I was just too... I really wanted that the Stuart dead there, basically. And with the MD42, I basically sort of got too overconfident, too greedy, and I got punished. But thanks to the mortar there, I was also able to punish him in return. Again, a Wehrmacht mortar can be quite handy. It might just pick off a few targets during the chaos, the madness for you. And of course, it's just the smoke screens as well, if you get around to remembering to use those. Rather than moving up, we got Panzer Grenadiers, we got the Grenadiers, a lot of firepower there. Rifle setting up here, we got a rifle squad up here, MD4 sitting up there behind the wrecked Ostwind. Pioneers, we have to deal with the reactions, mortar fire running back and forth. Veti 2 almost Veti 3 than the mortar, and there you go, Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers, we had a quick concussive grenade there against the rifleman, and he does not rack in time. Takes a bit of damage there. Pioneers push back, and there we go, we've got a Stug on the way. I mean, I know he's gone for armors. In this case, I'm starting to worry about the M10. If I go for anything but a Stug, I'm probably going to get punished hard. The Stug is pretty much the best thing to challenge the Wolverine. And there go Reactions annihilated here by the MD42 and the Panzer Grenadier. It's time here for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, I'm ahead kills wise. I'm ahead there, though. Again, it is kind of close here. Again, the Stuart Immortals, they've actually done a lot of damage for me. But again, thanks to some well-thrown concussive grenades, but also just my own mortar, for example, I've been able to do a lot of damage when I turn again, and a lot of wipes there against KoreanKimchislap. So that's not to pull it off there. Army value-wise, though, he's ahead of me on several levels there, which is quite unfortunate. Again, the mortars and everybody else, they just sort of allows them to, do a lot more damage, and certainly keep me sort of trailing behind. Resource float-wise, a lot closer there. And in terms of points held, initially sort of more control, but again, I have been able to, again, successfully, but slowly push in against him, sort of slowly more contending, and sort of not done anything to grab back here. And he hasn't really been doing a lot more harassment or counter-harassment. Again, he's just been sort of trying to refill his ranks and then launch another costly assault after costly assault at me. That is, he hasn't really tried to change up his tactics and how he deals with me. That's sort of been helpful to me thanks to my mortar, which has been able to, again, punish him a bit here and there. So what should KoreanKimchislap consider? Also, no, he's actually gone for munitions catch to help with BRs and likes. That's not a bad thing. But overall, he's going to need, more infantry out in the field. Again, he's suffered quite egregiously. But he needs to try and attack less through here. He needs to give up and he needs to try and draw me towards other territory, try and catch me off in a more awkward position. Because just sort of dug in. Even with the two mortars blasting on me, I was sort of, got a half-decent position. Whereas I'm going to have to suddenly react to his moves. I'm suddenly going to be a lot great position because I don't have a lot of infantry to do it with. So, he could consider that again, trying to harass through here, take the Narnia roofs, if you will, or again, sort of through here and sort of try to get behind me. And, instead of just trying to, blast through here, sure, it gives some house, but it also just allows me to not have to manage so much. Then, of course, try to focus more on attacking him through here, or for example, sneaking up through here and again, harassing him more around here. That's something that KoreanKimchislap has to be mindful of. For an M10 right now, it's not going to be so useful. Sherman there's probably going to be helpful. Of course, you could also try and take up. That problem is, again, the way he's sort of been playing up till now means he's not going to be able to react very well, and that means it's going to be a downtime. So he's sort of forced himself into a corner where he has to rely on the call-ins. And certainly the Bulldozer Sherman's going to have one more effective than the M10. Of course, the shoe's still going to be useful as a bulldozer ship, so I can't really care much about that. Though, of course, I'm still expecting the M10 because of what sharp player can use it to crash a lot. But, of course, if KoreanKimchislap doesn't feel himself very confident in that, he's not going to go for that. And, of course, there's always the possibility I've laid down Telemans, in which case his M10 dream is very quickly going to turn into a nightmare. So that is something that came up. But, again, he's trying to attack through me here. or there more. I was trying to say a lot of things there at the same time that obviously didn't work out. As for his mortars, I mean, if he's really, really insistent on attack first, use them instead to lay down smoke screens to negate my machine guns, negate my Pak 40s, any range advantage I have. Also, ensure I can't see his men, so my mortar can fire at them as he advances. I mean, that could work out. I mean, he's going to got 2 mortars. He could lay down a pretty impressive smoke screen around here. That forced me to fall back, abandon this position, so draw towards, perhaps something less advantageous for me to defend from. So, I mean, that is a possibility as well for KoreanKimchislap. As for me, I kind of need more infantry. Of course, the problem is a bit, maintaining it because, again, of the double mortars, which do have a high wipe potential. That's a bit the trick there for me to sort of, ensure not getting wiped on. Otherwise, a bit more armor down the road, which are not hurt, and otherwise more pressure on the side here. I could also consider either a half-track or command bunker to help, reinforce here, maintain a stronger position against the mortars, also keep my troops going more against them, perhaps, pop a half-track full of panzer gun, maybe some stormtroopers, and then try and rush the mortars with that. I mean, the stormtrooper with the tactical advantage here, suddenly popping out, say, around here, could possibly actually take out at least 1 mortar, and then I could steal it, reinforce on the spot, and just pull it towards a safe position. A bit risky, but it could work out if sort of well executed, in particular supported by the Stug, which would then sort of deal with the bigger risk, which is enemy armor. Otherwise, not so much else to face, so let us return to the fight here. Panzer going to be advancing there, very close to 2. Captain, though, blocking the way here. And I can't ignore him, since the Captain does, of course, have the Thompson. There you go. Panzer's almost wiped out by the double mortars. Barely gets away. There we go. My mortar gets another hit, and there you go. Hits Veteran 3. Almost got the rifle. There we go. Wipes another rifle squad there. They're definitely suffering some losses there, the 8th Infantry Division. More rifle on the way there for KoreanKimchislap.
Stug 3 ready to deploy.
And all those rifle wipes is probably one of the things that's still keeping me in the fight, despite my losses and the fact, again, being hit here by double mortars. Had it not been for some of all those wipes against his rifle, it probably in a lot worse condition. Stug moving out there, adding the pinball machine gun because it still adds a bit there versus enemy infantry. I mean, I do find my time switching back for the Company's 1 Stugs, which, when they got the machine gun, could actually use it to suppress infantry. Of course, it's just a dream. Moving up, the Stug fires and gets show. Ja, nice shooting, Ludwig. Danke. I learned it in Artillerieschule of Grafenwöhr. Grafen under fire from the Stugs. Grenadiers are getting some hits in, closing eventually 3. Mortars up there again. Find down the Grenadiers. There we go. Good hit. What hits eventually 3. There we go. Force retreat and then gets wiped. And again, that's sort of the danger of double mortars. They can just easily wipe one of your squads very quickly. So now I'm just down to 1 infantry squad. Enemy force trying to set up against losses from the mortars. Stug getting blasted there by the captain. And as he's attacking through here, used this advantage or opportunity to push my panzer leaders for his mortars, tried to push them away and relieve pressure on my support units and my, other units. Quickly popping in with the Storm Squad here to support, equipping them with Sturmgewehrs, and there you go, got both mortars running here, though I'm not quite able to do any serious damage to them, sadly. Still, it does give me an opportunity to act him up here behind the rifle, possibly, get a few wipes there. Stug going to need repairs, and at the same time as all this is happening, using the Pioneers to harass through the east again. Again, using one opportunity, then push another opportunity for harassment. Again, it's partly a matter of attention. If you keep your opponent's attention in one spot, you can usually, pull off a magic trick elsewhere. In this case, again, I'm using the attack here, supported by the Stormtroopers all of a sudden, so then, harass his eastern side. Also, he's actually got a demo charge there. But he's probably not going to be able to use it because his attention is here. Again, he's focused on the infantry suddenly behind his lines, attacking him from the rear. Again, attempt sort of preemptive concussive grenade, never didn't quite work out. A lot of mortar fire going down, plus we've got a bulldozer German out here now for KoreanKimchislap. Panzer Grenadier Stormtrooper sent running here through the remnants of the town square. Stug firing in cover, and of course they've got the mortar there blasting away. And of course I got all the things over there. So got the bulldozer German through here, 50 caliber machine gun being added. I do think they would generally add a 30 caliber machine gun to sort of be wielded from inside. While they might have 50 calibers, I think they're sort of meant to be wielded by someone stood on the back of the turret. Oh well. Troopers here reinforcing, getting ready for another push. There he goes, moving up troops to help here, and I'm laying down S-mines to cover sort of against any immediate harass, counter-take there. Osman still serving as an admirable piece of cover. There's actually a weapon drop there, but I can't see it. But it's like, at any point, just slightly tilted here. Oh, actually quite a bit tilted. I could have seen the flamethrower, but basically in this case there's no way of spotting it. Pioneer still wiped by the rifleman, bit of a loss there for Germany and the 2nd Panzer Division. Captain hiding out here behind a market stall. mortar crew set up. He's been spreading out a bit more, probably partly because he's worried about mortar, but also because he's worried, I might, launch an infantry assault, wiping both of them at one go. So he's trying to minimise the risk there by spreading out a bit more. Got fresh assault gears out here for KoreanKimchislap and the 8th Infantry. 252nd Assault Engineer Battalion providing support. Arr.
Gather round. I smell orders.
And a Panzerkampfwagen here for the 2nd Panzer. Partly because I'm low infantry, and partly because, again, if I'm going to attack from here, Panther 4 supporting that could be reasonably nice. Might have a better chance of actually getting a hit there on the mortars and wiping them out. Oh wait, Panzerkampfwagen for you there. Panzer going to Stormtrooper again, noting trying to sneak up for here through the backside of the town. Stu coming here through here again, got rifling up, Shen moving up, Stormtroopers here being caught. Boulder Shen misses, Panzer versus the assault gears, Stu firing up there, pack 40 hits as well, they're almost guarded. Got tactical advantage versus Captain, bit risky there though, bit risky. Looks like got the Captain, Shen blows up, Panzer is pushed back. There you go, Bazooka drop. Stormtroopers need to retreat. Very close there, and we got that might be GG there. Panther 4 moving up, which I would interpret as GG, but apparently he didn't. He just keeps fighting, which is always a generally good rule, even if the opponent doesn't say an explicit deal. Just hit there, and just keep playing, keep fighting. Not sure if he's just did it intentionally or what, but some players like to deceive their opponent and think, all right, it's game over, then relax, and then this push in with sort of last final push there. That's usually the thing you have to keep in mind there and be careful of. Striking here for the munitions cache. I'm not sure what he's got hiding here. Could be an M10. Instead of just try to pass, get as many hits in on the munitions cache and wreck that. I mean, if I'm denied from getting more munitions, for example, that would help me out quite a bit. Stormtroopers back there for enforcement. Panzer Grenadiers by the veteranly 3. Hardened veterans. Iron Cross first class and everything. Rifleman flanking up here again. Not quite so good at flanking through there anymore. Again, he's been very focused on the centre of the map, though, which again, some players do tend to fall into. 94 moving up, they got the Pack 4 to the wiped. Pioneer moving up to prepare the Sturmgeschütz, and there you go, Panther 4 strikes with machine guns and main gun. Of course, we got the Artenwerf air crew in support. More riflemen through the centre. Pushing forward, so again, need to be careful with this rifle. We've got Panther, we've got the Stormtroopers moving up there. Rifle inside the house, a pretty bad position, by moving out in the open. Quick concussive grenade off. Stormtroopers there close to death, and there you go. One mortar round there goes off, almost wiping the entire squad of Stormtroopers. Second hit though gets them, plus several Panzer Grenadiers. And that's why double mortars from the Americans is a real bastard. Panzer 4 falling back there after the encounter with the 6-pounder gun, or the M1 57mm. Back here we got more pioneers to up repair, but also crew some weapons if need be. We got to secure the bazooka, and the Panzer here still trying to get the point. We really need some more infantry. Generally, one infantry squad is too low. The personal rule of thumb I have and have from Companies 1 is 3 squads of infantry is generally the bare minimum. That's the safe minimum. M10 out here for KoreanKimchislap, the Wolverine. As to why it's called the Wolverine, no one really knows, it seems. And they're pioneers with the bazooka, Panther 4 and a Stug. 10 ready to support. Modify there against the rifleman. The Grenadier for strikes again. Good hit there from the Panther 4. M10 there shoots back, penetrate. 6-pounder gun lands and penetrating it there as well. Forcing the Panzerkampfwagen to roll back. Can call another Stormtrooper squad if need be. Shoot. Except now, of course, reinforce the Panzer Grenadiers first, meaning I can't call them in right away.
Armor here.
Ravnik catching the pioneers from inside what's increasingly dilapidated house there, which is taking quite a few hits there from the German artillery, or well, mortars specifically. M10 looks like he's trying to set up for a flank here. That's not a bad idea.
The enemy is
Not a bad idea at all. And then you've got Stormtroopers out here playing by the church, going for the victory point there again, trying to get the beat there because he's got quite a lead over me. And adding some Sturmgewehrs, assault rifles. And in this case, I forget to set up the ambush by ordering them to not hold fire. That's a mistake there. And we got more assault gears for KoreanKimchislap. There's his 3rd squad. Trying to get my mortar here, but again, the house here does help it against Cannote. Some of the shots get caught up in there. And that does allow mortars to survive a lot more. They're still up slightly shifting it, just to be sure. Flying weapons up for the Pioneers. There you go, Rifleman moving up again. Still not hold fire. Again, big mistake there. I could have, gotten that in the open then as, anything near the bomb grenade or tactical bomb instead. I can end up flapping it, sort of. In this case, my stormtroopers end up suffering a lot more. So that was not too well ambushed there by me. And I quickly end up retreating in this case because it's going to be hiding about there, so might as well not waste precious stormtroopers on that. Awesome up here to get that pack in action. Close 22 on that mortar. Trying to get the anti-tank and out to free up some room for my panzers. All you sneak about there. He's quickly clearing out the check from the crouch. Quickly, is that a crouch? No, that's one of our guys. He's dead, Jim. He's very dead. Are you sure? He looks kind of crouched to me. Crouch don't wear olive green, Jim. Shut up. I'll smack you. Panzer 4 there on the way from Imperialdane, aka me. Again, focusing a bit more mobility instead of flanking here. In which case the Panzer 4 is a bit more suited than the Shoot. In theory, you can pull it off, I think, with encirclement and then break through. At which point your Stu's going to be rather nimble enough to pull it off. Mines down there. Good spot to mine, so it makes sense. Panzer trying against the flanking for the mortars, but in this case encountering harsh resistance with the riflemen. We'll quickly do a lot of there, and again, that's sort of the power of veteran infantry riflemen with BARs. They can quickly take on veteran fleet Panzer grenadiers. Which again, is the reason some players might be calling either for a nerf to the riflemen or a buff to the Panzer grenadiers, for example. Got another Panzer 4 here for the Wehrmacht for the 2nd Panzer Division. Stu veterans 1 with 2 kills, both infantry. Trying again to get the anti-tank. In this case, though, I'm setting up for like 2 attacks. I'm setting up for a bigger one here that's partly meant to draw attention, also maybe do some damage. Or the second one is meant to go for the mortars. So you can, in essence, call it a diversionary attack with sort of the real target being the mortars. Target weak point on the M10 works out, going here for the mortar. It also has another advantage, creates a lot of targets for the anti-tank, and he's not sure what to go for, which again gives my Panzer 4 more opportunity. In this case, not quite able to silence the mortar there despite my best, though in this case though, I get the mortar. Panzer 4 with the damaged engine, I was going to flank in from the south, got the anti-tank, but still got the mortar slightly, but at least I got the ambulance. There you go again, M10 rushing northwards here, 2 pushing for the center again. All of a sudden again there's more opportunities as I launch the initial diversionary attack. More openings are created by forcing him to rush here and there to defend. Stuck for some reason backing into the courtyard there, not so good here. Back here, troop reinforcing, need the Panzer 4 repaired, Schnell. And Panzer 4 they continue to provide fire support there with support from the MD42, which is veteran C2. Korean Kimchi and the 8th Infantry certainly finding himself a bit increasingly overstretched here. Panzer 4 close to Veterans 1 there, back here, Pioneers reinforcing. Panzer Grenadiers, Stormtroopers and Pioneers moving up here. Stu ready to support if need be. And as always, I'm trying to silence either the mortars or the anti-tank gun with my own mortar. There you go, good hit on the Panzer 4 by the anti-tank, and against Veterans 1 and thusly take aim, but seems like he doesn't pop for it. Panzer's moving up versus the riflemen, taking hits there from mortars and riflemen. Stormtroopers trying to flank in here against the mortars, or possibly just get behind some of the other riflemen. In this case, just ends up being the riflemen. Opening up there, the Sturmgewehrs. More mortar fire, Panzer 4 being fixed up. And once we've confirmed with the anti-tank, and actually is sort of trying to hit it again with my mortars. 19 versus 11 and 14, the American mortars have done a lot more, in particular to gain more veterancy. Back 40 recruit, by the way, for added anti-tank versus the M10. I always take the M10 very seriously, since an aggressively handled M10 and a bit of bad luck can cost you a lot. But so far, we're sort of keeping more defensively here. Again, being aware of how much I got, including the Stug. He's probably not so keen on rushing in too far, because otherwise the target weak point can very quickly, well, declaw that one. Almost got his mortar there with my own mortar. The own mortar is slightly suffering as well. Then again, the house here again does absorb a lot of artillery fire, though in this case I've slightly put it a bit too far there, so if he moved it slightly down there further, he'd be safer. But again, using natural terrain there to help absorb enemy mortar fire is not a bad idea. It's actually a clever trick.
We're losing a capture point.
I used to do something similar with the Wehrmacht bunkers in the first company. Here's where I just placed them as close as I could to other terrain to soak up fire. There we got stormtroopers there versus assault engineers.
Captain just took the battlefield.
With tactical advance there. But again, very close to the mortars. That proves to be a pretty bad idea, and I get insta-wipe there. So, poor decision there, calling another storm squad here for harassment orders just to partly act as a diversion, but also spot out the anti-tank gun before I then make my own attacks. Both Panthers almost good to go here. Stormtroopers bombing into the house. Panther 4 still ready to strike here. Other Panther 4 could also in theory get moving here. There you go, a lot of fire ranging on there, and there you go. But again, with the M10s, attention on the Stormtroopers. The Panther 4 and the Stuka attacking from the south. And there you go, target weak point. Panther 4, the drag bit back and forth. Other Panther 4 going in here as well. Almost got one of the M10s, which again can't do anything. And there you go, one M10 down. Still got both of my Panthers and my Stug. And he's about to lose the other M10 here as well. There we go. Both tank destroyers kaput here. Panther 4 taking a few anti-tank rifle grenades. Other Panther 4 seeking to escape. Here's Stug running coming fire. He should be. There we go. Another kill. Vet 72 shoots him up. Panther 4 dealing with the advancing troops to the centre. Anti-tank moving up support. Mortar fire raining down. Panther Grenadier moving up support here at the front line. And we got a soldiers range flank in for here. Not a bad idea. Of course, they've got the Panther 4 ready to support. Stug still coming through here. And we got Pioneers bringing up Lisa with a bazooka. And we got the Panther Grenadier as well to assist versus the assault engineers. Come on, Jurgen. Kill some Americans. Make Germany proud. Make me, your sergeant, proud. That I'm not commanding a complete bunch of idiots for once. I fought in Italy, you know. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's going in for the mortars. Again, just pressuring those mortars. Absolute priority there. And there we go, finally wiping one of them. We got a large bunch of infantry there. Quick bun grenade there from up on the slope, but down into the throng there, and lands a devastating hit. There, 4 men dead. Panther 4 strikes forwards. Almost wipes another squad, and there you go. KoreanKimchislap leaves. Game over. A victory here for the Wehrmacht. A loss for the Americans. He was, I think, close at times, but in part, tactics is just relying pushing through here, relying, I think, over too much and focusing there, whereas I recently was able to counter it, but just attacking A through here, and you make, occasionally a few diversion attacks, again, further lining to strike at the targets I wanted to, while trying to keep the diversion attack alive. I mean, again, the diversion attacks with the Panzer Stug proved, I think, to be quite a successful attack. Off the other Stormtrooper here, though, again, I did lose a lot of Stormtroopers. I did make some bad calls here, though, against KoreanKimchislap, though he did make some, but again, overall, he got too focused here and not enough effort into flanking or trying to outmaneuvering, which I think sort of, in the end, sort of gave me a bit of advantage. I think also clever positioning of the mortar behind the structures, again, minimized return fire for the mortars and gave my mortar a lot more survivability versus his mortars. Again, really good tip, place your mortars close to structures. Again, the structures will soak up some of the fire from enemy mortars. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you different matches, some tactics, some strategies. If it did, want to subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If you want to send the replay parts, links are in the video description, but do provide details where you're on the leaderboard. Still get plenty of people who don't tell me one bit about where they are on the leaderboard. Also some details about the match. This is Imperialdane signing off, and see you all tomorrow. I hope for another exciting match. We'll be getting, fights from a new patch with just means new maps. Hopefully they'll be added to the ultra match pool, and hopefully there'll be some good maps. I hope we don't get another Stalingrad. As in the map. That is, not the Battle of Stalingrad. Anyways, this is Imperialdane signing off, and see you all. Cheers.